But yeah, it is nice to actually be on here though, and after we win, we haven't had a whole lot of that this season, so it's kind of nice.
Well, about half our season.
Yeah, I guess half the time. What's up, Roger Dodger? I was watching the same stream as Roger Dodger. It's pretty sad when our games we have to like find YouTube streams, like illegal YouTube streams, just to be able to watch the Miami play. I was sitting there, I see Roger Dodger commenting in the comments on some random stream I'm in. I'm like, hey, there's Roger Dodger.
I actually found it on some obscure DirecTV channel somewhere in the high 600s.
Oh wow!
Well,
it's like whatever, I'll take it.
The cable, so I was able to watch it normally.
Well, and I'm gonna bring this up too. That whatever that cluster was in the last 45 seconds of regulation, that's the kind of stuff I was worried about with Mario coming in. Number one, you should leave yourself as much time as you can on second down. I don't know why he's sitting there arguing that. I don't know why you're going to line everybody up and then have them hold up and call in another play from the sideline with the clock running. And I don't know. A lot of that decision making there kind of bothered me.
Yeah. There was also a few times, I forget when it was. Oh, when we ran it on the 3rd and 13, I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, so we're just going to go for it on 4th down. And then we punted it, and I was like, wait, why would you run the ball on a 3rd and 13 just to punt? You're not going to pick up – this running game can barely pick up 2 yards. What are you doing?
Well, no, I mean, Parrish broke off, a couple of 20-yard runs today. And I think that's what they were hoping for because, I mean, let's be honest. Jake Garcia threw about 50% for 100 and however many yards it was. I mean, the run game is what they had working. And props to him because it hasn't been working in like 3 weeks.
Really, since Middle Tennessee. Last time we were able to run the ball well was
A&M. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that feels like 3 years ago at this point.
It does seem like a long time ago. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I guess the running game was working, but our passing game. I mean, what's going on? Like, I sit here and watch Miami play, and it's just like it's horrible.
Really a lot. It's really a lot where some of it's on Jake with a lot of the overthrows or underthrows or inaccurate throws. Really, just bad throws.
He puts too much on it in short yardage throws, too.
Yeah. There was a couple deep shots where I saw it where he just completely overthrew the receiver, and I was like, if that's TVD, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or at least like a 40-yard gain. Like, it was kind of like Malik Rozier levels of how bad he would, like, overthrow or just completely, like, not be on target with his receiver. And then a lot of times it's also just Gaddis. Like the plays we're calling and the route combinations we have set up. I think this was a play in overtime where we had 2 receivers on the right side of the line running to the same spot, and it was just like, what are we doing?
Well, is that on Gaddis or is that guy's not running routes right?
That's kind of hard to judge because if it's the routes not being run, but then there's also the thing where it's like. Man,
I think if you've got 2 receivers running to the same spot, somebody's running the wrong route.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it was planned that way. Surely not.
I don't know, man. A lot of things come out about Miami, and you're just like, wait, this was happening.
I don't have the hate on Gaddis that a lot of people do. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of execution problems. I mean, yes, there's some stuff where, I question a play call here or there, or I question a personnel decision here or there. But, I'm seeing a lot of just a lack of basic fundamentals. And
yeah,
we know that they focus on this stuff. They focused on this stuff since Pee Wee football. So
But then again, this goes back to what we were talking about last week, where when you have a coach for 3 years as a head coach and 6 years as a defensive coordinator, that would just kind of let players be complacent and run basically a summer camp. You kind of don't remember the fundamentals, because it doesn't matter if, like, just use martial artists as an example. Like, black belt martial artists and big time UFC fighters still practice the fundamentals. They still preach the fundamentals because that's the base of everything else. And if you don't really have those down, and you don't have those as basically muscle memory, and you could just do it without even thinking, then you're not going to be great at what you're trying to accomplish. And the same thing can go to football or basically anything else in life.
So you're saying they need to paint the fence.
Wax on.
I mean, he's absolutely right, and I'll even take it a step farther. I think you've gone from a guy in Manny Diaz as head coach that he was kind of a mixed bag, in my opinion. There was some good, there was some bad, but to me, the absolute worst, and you can see it a lot with the stuff that they posted on social media. Manny Diaz wanted to be their friend.
Yeah.
And Mario Cristobal's not coming in with that mentality. And I do think with some players, I think it's kind of obvious that it's causing friction.
I mean, we did have that thing come out about the tweet that a player's mom put out. I'm
not Keyshawn Smith's mom. And you know what?
I wasn't going to say it, but okay.
I'm with NMD on that. That Josh Gaddis rose about 10 foot tall, in my opinion, if he really did go into the locker room and tell the players that. I have a lot of respect for a coach that's going to be that blunt and forward with the players.
Y'all are fucking trash.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you call it like you see it. I mean, if that's it, I mean, why we can say it? Why can't the coach?
They're not playing up to their own talent level.
No. Hey, let me MDB 2006. Thanks for the $4.99 super chat supporting the show, man. He says 2 quarterbacks have went backwards under Gaddis. I can't overlook that. They do seem to have kind of regressed.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I've heard out of several people that TBD has regressed. And if you look at nothing but his numbers, okay, sure. But if you watch the game, no. He's not getting any protection from the offensive line. He's not getting a whole lot of help from his wide receivers. I mean, once again, this makes number 3 in a row. Our top receiver is a transfer.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But do we even have a top receiver at this point?
Colby Young.
It didn't look like it today because Jake Garcia couldn't deliver him the ball.
No, Jake couldn't get it. Well, and they kept double covering him because they saw that Jake kept trying to force it to him.
Yeah. And it's also another thing where it's when you don't really have another receiver to go to, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, cover Colby. Because last year, we had Rambo, but guess what? Harley can make plays. Keyshawn Smith made plays every once in a while. Restrepo in the slot would come in for Harley. He can make some plays. Will Mallory picked it up at the end of last year. So you couldn't really just cover Oh, my God.
Double cover?
Yep.
Double cover.
That word.
What's up, LBC Trojan? Thanks for tuning in, my friend.
Yeah, you couldn't really double cover Rambo last year, but you can kind of just do that with Colby because Restrepo was out until this game. He actually played this game. I don't know if he really did anything, but he played.
He had a couple of catches. He's on limited snaps. I mean, he's probably 85, 90%. He's not 100. That's why they had him on limited snaps.
Yeah, they're just getting the feel, getting him back out there.
Right.
Because we're definitely going to need him next week.